viewers, I'm Daniela with DD's Art Workshop. If you like staying on a budget and DIYs, this channel is for you. For today's DIY, we will be making a Boho LION Nursery Wall Decor. And I purchased most of my materials at Dollar Tree. And I'm part of the Twine It challenge with Favi with Creations by Favi and Maria with Artsy Cupcake. Check them out in my description below along with the playlist. Now let's jump right in and let's get crafty. We will be using these small wreaths that come in a pack of 2 and they are about 8 inches. And I purchased these at Dollar Tree. With a thick poster board, just place your small wreath on top, and I'm gonna be drawing a circle and I'm guiding myself with the middle ring of the wreath, and I'm just gonna be cutting it. So this is gonna be the lion's head, and I have this big roll of twine and I purchased at Walmart, and I'm gonna be using the darker brown side of the poster board, and I'm just gonna be putting a little bit of glue and just wrapping it around until I fill the entire cardboard or poster board, whatever it is you're using. Once I'm done, I'm simply cutting the twine and gluing the extra little excess to the back of my poster board. And with some scissors, I'm simply cutting just a little bit of carton that's sticking out just so I don't see it. And so my work looks a little bit cleaner. Now I had this velvet paper, which is self-adhesive, and these are gonna be the lion's eyes. Now find anything circular that's about the size you want the lion's eyes to be and just trace it. What I like about this velvet paper is I can just flip it over, and on the back side, I can trace it with a pen. If you don't have this velvet paper, felt will work just as well. It's just what I had at home. Now we're going to be making the lion's nose with this premium felt. It's a little bit thicker than your regular felt, and the color that I'm using is sandstone. And once again, I had this one at home. I don't remember why I bought it, but I had it at home and this is what I'm going to be using. I just think the color matches really well with the lion. What I love about felt is that it's so inexpensive and you can make so many DIYs with it. And all I'm doing here is I'm folding the nose in half, and that way I can have a perfect shape and so it's symmetrical. So using my velvet paper again, all I'm doing is I'm putting the nose on top of my velvet paper and I'm drawing the bottom portion of the lion's nose just like this. And once again, I'm gonna cut it in half, that way I have a symmetrical shape. And looking at my lion's eyes, I just think they're a little bit big. I don't know what you think, but I'm just gonna make them a little bit smaller. And now we're gonna be making some cheeks for the lion. And we're gonna be using that same little circular thing that I had at home, and that's gonna be our shape. I did see a couple of these ideas on Pinterest, so I'm kind of getting ideas from here and there, and I really loved how it turned out. Okay, so now we're making the lion's ears, and with the same premium thick felt, I'm just gonna be drawing some ears and tracing that one ear I did and making the second one. Now we are ready to glue down our little features, and I'm just hot gluing them down, and even though the black velvet paper is self-adhesive, I'm still gonna glue it down just to be safe. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but the felts that I'm using for this project were all purchased at Michael's. So to make the lion's mouth, I really wanted black yarn, but I didn't have any at home. I only had this brown one, which I already had in my craft stash, and I think I bought it at Walmart. Anyway, I'm just cutting a few lines and I'm just gluing them down with my hot glue gun. But if you do have black, I think black would look a little bit better, but this is just what I had at home. For the mane, I'm going to be using this luau skirt that I purchased at Dollar Tree, and I will be using 2 of these. So basically, I'm just removing the strands from the skirt, and it's super easy. They just slide off, and it's like 2 little bunches, and each little bunch has like 4 strands each. So in total, it's like 8 strands. I'm folding it in half, and then with some scissors, I'm just cutting. And I'm separating the 2 and then folding it just like this, and all I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be looping in one of the wreath rings, and I'm starting on the middle one, and I am gonna be looping in the middle one and the 3rd wire. You'll see what I'm talking about. And I'm taking these out 2 at a time. I just think this makes it easier for me. So I'm taking out 2 little bunches, folding it, and then cutting, separating the 2, and then looping. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. The 3rd ring wreath that I'm gonna be looping through is this one. And basically, if you wanna start off on this one, you can. I just started on the middle one. I don't know why, but all I'm gonna be doing is looping through this last ring wreath, and then I'm just gonna continue from here. Okay guys, once that part is done, which does take a little while, make sure to put on a podcast or something. I always like to listen to podcasts. Once that's done, get some scissors and just trim your mane. That way it's even all around. Which, by the way, what do you guys do while y'all craft? Do y'all listen to music, listen to a podcast, or watch a movie? Let me know in the comments below. Okay y'all, we're almost finished with our lion. Now I'm simply gonna add some hot glue and glue my little lion head to my mane. We're gonna have to hang this adorable lion decor, and all I'm gonna be adding is some twine and just tying a little knot. You don't really need to do this part. If you think you could just hang it straight from the wreath, it's up to you. And stick around because I have one more last step. So I had this spray glue, it's multi-purpose and it's for crafts, and I decided to spray the mane with a little bit of this glue just so it'll be just a little bit stiffer. It really doesn't need it, it's up to you. I just wanted it to really be a little stiffer, and it actually worked, guys. Bought it at Dollar Tree, it was in my craft stash. Just don't overdo it because you don't want to get it to get all sticky or tacky. And once you do this, make sure you let it out to dry so you can hang. This lion DIY reminded me of Proverbs 28:1. The wicked flee when no one pursues, but the righteous are bold as a lion. If you liked this DIY, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, follow me on Instagram, spread love, kindness, and stay crafty.